YouTube, and welcome fellow geekists to the Ginger Geekist. I'm Rory, and this is going to be the Thursday video that is rather late. And I will explain at the end of the video why it's late. But without further ado, you're going to hear in the background a train. Thankfully it's going faster, and this is take 2 of this video because the train basically screwed up the last audio, and thankfully it went through fast. But anyways guys, we're going to talk about what I wanted to do is a Thursday theories video. Now, I will not be taking theories like fan theories and stuff like that with dealing with Pokemon, Digimon, and anime and stuff like that. It's going to be theories that I feel might happen very well. And these are theories that I theorize how it would happen and why it would happen. So, this one, I wanted to do my evolutions, and it's perfect for the first Thursday theories, I believe. So, I'm going to theorize what evolutions might happen and why they will happen and maybe how they would come to pass. Wow, the train has got loud. For some strange reason, we have more cars going on. Hold on, we have to take a break because it's too loud. Okay, we're back. For some strange reason, the end of the train was louder than the front of the train. Don't understand how it happened. But anyways, guys, let's get right into this first Thursday theories. I am pumped. I am stoked. I know this is late, but I am ready to start this this theory thing because I feel like these somewhat theories would be really cool to start doing. Now, we're going to start with some runner-ups that will not get in the list, and I will explain why I don't think they'll get in the list, and you can leave comments below thinking maybe I'm wrong in this whole thing. I'm theorizing with what Nintendo has usually done. Now, in the past, the evolutions have usually been either main types that are against each other or something to that effect. They started off with the 3 main evolutions of Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. The next one had Umbreon and Espeon, and then you had the Ice one, the Leaf one, that were they work well against each other. And then you had the Fairy type has been the last one. The last one has been the Fairy type. There is nothing that has been used against it. Now, the 2 that I'm going to basically you'll figure out what I'm talking about. So the runner-ups, I'm going to start off with Ghost. Ghost type would be cool to see, but I theorize that I don't think it will ever happen. It would have to be a really dark thing for an Eevee to become a Ghost type, because basically it would be the spirit of an Eevee. Your Eevee would have to die. Something to that effect. Unless your Eevee's going to absorb a spirit, which is even darker. But I know this would look really, really cool, and I can think of some really cool fan drawings for this. So if you find any fan drawings, please let me know in the comments below. Show them, and maybe I'll put them in the video, and I'll put if it is your drawing, because I'm a big fan of artists out there. If you want to draw something, then put it in the comments below. Maybe I'll find a way to put it in the next video, and I can show your art off and maybe give you a shout out. Anyways, guys, the next one is Poison type. Now, Poison type would look really cool. I could think it having sludge come out of it, or maybe a poisonous mist, but I don't think it'll ever happen because it's really hard in the Aloha region that I'm looking at that the Poison type just wouldn't come to be. Okay, now, anyways, let's get to the 2 ones that are really hard to do. Ground type would be almost kind of like a regular Eevee, but I could imagine him looking more like if he evolved, maybe more of like a badger or something more stout, something like that, which would be really cool. And they've done flying type battles for flying types, so maybe they would have a ground battle specifically for ground type, and maybe that would have him evolve. Now that thing has been used by lots of people on the internet also as a theory, but I think that theory actually makes more sense for it. But I don't think it'll happen in the Aloha region because I don't think a ground type is what we're really looking for. The next one is Rock type. This is the final runner-up. Rock type would be cool to see Eevee with an encrusting maybe scale on him, or maybe like magma going through, maybe something like, not magma, maybe something like, look like he's scales or something like that made of rock. It would be really cool, but I think he would look too much like Sandshrew or Sandslash, but I think maybe if he was made of strictly rock, it'd be really cool to see. Alright guys, that's enough runners-up. Let's get into the big thing. Let's talk about number 6, because we've already talked about 4 of them, so there's only 10 that have not been used. Number 6 is fighting. Now, fighting, I theorize, could happen if you evolved it with a type of item, like we'll just say with an item on it, as like a leg wrap or something, like a fighter's wrap. Something to that effect. And when you evolve him at a certain level, let's just say 35, because that works pretty cool, that he would become a fighting type, and maybe he would have kangaroo-type legs on his back. He wouldn't be standing up. He would still be all fours, but he would be more agile, and he would have probably more agility and more special. And he would be fighting, so it would be really cool to see. And that's how I theorize it would happen. Now, in Aloha region, I don't know. The lower on this list, the less likely it's going to be. And that's why fighting is number 6, because it would look cool, but I don't know in the Aloha region if they're going to do something like that. So anyways, the next one is flying. Now, flying, I don't know how I could theorize this happening or why Eevee would get a flying thing. I theorize that it could look like what I feel like it would look like. What my theory would look like would be like the Never-Ending Story dragon. That would be really cool to see. Not like a dragon per se, but the white hair, fluff going everywhere, light blue eyes, you know, wings sprouting off of him, slight wings. It would be really cool to see Eevee have a flying type, but it's number 5 because it's really not going to happen. Alright, number 4 is a normal evolution. Now, people have been asking for this for a while. A lot of my friends and I have actually talked about a normal evolution for Eevee and how he does not have one. Even in the Nerd Collective, we've actually talked about this. It's rather funny to hear us all debate over it because Jay's not really into Pokemon, but he does kind of like it still. I have played Pokemon for the longest time, but I haven't really played it in the newer generations. And Dylan, on the other hand, has kept playing it through the generations from Generation 1 on. So we are a very good mixed pot of ideas. So normal type is the one I think would be great to see, but it's number 4 because I don't think it'll happen. Now, a number 4 with Eevee being a normal is he would just evolve at a certain level, and we'll just say 35. 35 works because it's usually what the final evolution usually was. They never really had it as a low thing. It was always 35. Eevee would probably get as big as how Growlithe goes into Arcanine, and maybe he would look super majestic, kind of like a mix between Arcanine and Ninetales. I think it would look really cool. It would be really great to have Eevee be big and stuff like that, but still look cute and majestic. I think it'd be awesome to see, but I highly doubt it'll ever happen. If it does happen, I will be very shocked and pleasantly surprised, and I will probably start playing Pokemon again. Now, let's move on. Number 3, we're getting into the weird ones. This is the weirdest one, bug. Now, I theorize that you would have some type of bug item, maybe a bug net or something, because you can put items on Pokemon now. Maybe a specific berry. But I would love it to see Eevee have a bug type, because maybe you could give him small amount of wings. But I would like to see him more look like a moth, like a hairy moth. Kind of like maybe what Venomoth should have looked like, more like a moth, because he doesn't have a lot of hair, Venomoth. Which is weird, because Venonat has like a full shaggy body. So, I could see him having lots of... Throat was dry. Sorry. I could see him having lots of bug-type moves and maybe looking really cute and cool at the same time and maybe weird. I could see him having the thorax or something like that and he still has 4 legs. It would be really weird to see, but I think it would be cool, but I don't think it'll ever happen because I don't know how Eevee could go to a bug typing because that means he would have to form into a bug. So maybe he would form into a cocoon and hatch out a bug. I don't know. Alright, let's move to my top 2. My top 2 are, let's go with number 2, Steel. There has not been a Steel-type Eevee, and there should be. Steel-type Pokemon look really cool. We have Steelix, Scizor, Skarmory. All of these Pokemon look really cool, and Steel-type can be awesome effective against things. Could you imagine your Eevee morphing into something like this? Now, I theorize it would be evolving from a Miracoat or some other metallic object that you evolve it on with it, and you battle with it. And I think it would look like a sleek metal, maybe like metal scales kind of rubbing up against each other. It would still have a cute, maybe it would have some kind of like its ears would be like up, like really sharp and pointed, and it would kind of... It would have really cool, like, metallic-looking eyes. And I think it would have, like, a gear or some type of thing around its neck, or maybe its tail would have something on it. that would be really cool, and I would love to see it, and hopefully it will happen, because it is bound to happen, because Fairy type is affected by Steel in a certain way. Now, my number one is the thing that basically Fairy types are weak to. Well, no, not Fairy types are weak to. Fairy types are strong against, so this is a proud contender, and I would love to see it, and there's a lot of people who would love to see it. And that's a Dragon type. Now, there are not a lot of Dragon type Pokemon in Pokemon right now. A lot of the Pokemon that you consider Dragon type are not actually dragons until they Mega Evolve or something to that effect. Now, let's just picture Eevee having a Dragon evolution. Now, I picture he would be not a specific, I don't know what specific color, but I would know the item I theorize would be a Dragon Scale. Let's just say that that's an item, actually that is an item that Dylan told me. A Dragon Scale. You would evolve him with a Dragon Scale, and I think that he would evolve and he would look slightly like a four-legged dragon, but he would look really cute, and maybe he would have, like, his ears would be like little feelers or something to that effect. And he would learn fire moves and all this other stuff, and he maybe he would have small wings or something like that, not big wings. But could you imagine having a Dragon Eevee? Maybe you could make him bigger in size. Maybe he could be the biggest one of the Eevees, because they're all almost the exact same size. So maybe it would be great to see an evolution that would make the Eevee bigger. That would be really cool to see, and I would love to see a Dragon type Eevee in there. Now, keep in mind, guys, these are just my Thursday theories on what evolutions might happen. There are other theories out there from other YouTube channels, and I urge you sometimes to go look at these, because some of them are far-fetched, weird, or some of them are just concrete and they make more sense than you ever thought. But I hope that you enjoy this list. Please keep liking and commenting on these videos. I want to get feedback, and I hope that this segment will become really good. I've been trying to figure out segments that I can do on days of the week, so it will be a schedule for me. And Thursdays, I want 2 videos, and I want something else, and I want Thursday theories, because I love the channels on here that talk about theories, but I have my own theories, and now I get to have a segment that I will do them. Now, I'm not talking about segments and theories that I talk about like all the other stuff. This will be mine. I will not talk about other theories that other YouTubers or anything else have talked about. I'm talking about what I think the evolutions might be and why, I'm not really, I'm not an expert. Let's just say that. But anyways, guys, that is the Ginger Geekus video for today. Please leave a like and a comment, and I will see you all in the next video. And to all my geekus out there, stay frosty.